Hello, hello, guys. We are back. Welcome to a new weekly episode of Setup Saturday. We've been away for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, I think. Like I said in my tweet, it was because one week I was in the south of France, and then the other one I was not feeling that well, and I had also another weekend planned with some friends of mine. But here we are again. Zero Cool, how are you?
Hello, hello. I'm doing pretty well. Yourself?
Well, I have a little pinched nerve actually on both of my hands because I did last week a one-on-one boxing session, half an hour, and I was boxing into gloves, and I pinched both of my nerves.
Oh,
So
painful.
yeah, I also say it because so I cannot do anything anymore. So I just try to sit on my computer all day. But the problem is, if I sit too long or I type too long, it hurts really badly. So
Oh, that's bad.
well, that's maybe one of the reasons I didn't post that much on Twitter because I was not allowed to write that long of things. So I kept myself busy by watching a lot of crypto podcasts. And
Okay.
but I saw you were really active on Twitter the last few weeks, so maybe you can start this week's stream and tell
Yeah.
everything about all the events that's happened.
I'll go over some of the interesting ones and the major ones. Uh, the most interesting one for me was Justin Sun, the founder of Tron. He made a collaboration with Hans Zimmer, which is one of the biggest composers of this century. And they make an anthem for the Tron chain, which is quite interesting. It has like I don't know 11,000 views, which is nothing for Hans Zimmer. He's like the biggest composer in the industry at the moment. Has been for 10 or 20 years. So
I didn't
a
post it
very
on
very
his
big name.
YouTube.
No, they posted it on the Tron one.
Did the
I'm not sure.
coin rise because of this?
No, well, maybe a brief bump, but nothing special. I'm not sure if Hans Zimmer talked about. He made the music for Dune, for example. So
Hmm.
that alone should tell you. No, he's not that active on Twitter. He didn't tweet about it. Anyhow, regardless, in my eyes, pretty interesting news. Um, then some more attacks on crypto because it's crypto. Um, the Department of Justice arrested the people behind Samurai Wallet. Samurai Wallet is a mixer wallet, very old, very OG. It's been around. It's been around the block. Basically, you send Bitcoin there, and they send you Bitcoin from another address to the address you want. So you basically whitewash your crypto,
What
which
was
is
the name of the other mixer wallet from Ethereum where they put the owner in jail? Something like that?
uh,
Or was it the
Tornado
owner?
Tornado
Tornado Cash.
Cash, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. And then
Um,
everyone that used it had a fine or had to go to jail as well. I don't remember, but I think this will be the
um,
future. I don't think this is some kind of wallet that will exist in the future. It's just impossible.
um, and the coins that went through Tornado Cash are all marked and on lists. So
Hmm.
if you ever interacted with Tornado Cash, or if you ever come in contact with Ethereum that went through Tornado Cash, you are on the list somewhere. Um,
Didn't some guy send some Tornado Cash Ethereum to the BlackRock ETF wallet?
yeah, yes. So the wallet, was it the Build wallet or whatever foundation BlackRock has? It's now poisoned with Tornado Cash Ethereum. All right. Moving on. What do we have? Consensus sued the SEC over the labeling of Ethereum, if it's a security or not. This seemed to be a response to the SEC serving a Wells notice to Consensus regarding MetaMask. Um, it's just a clown show, honestly. I don't
But
think
it
Gary
was
will last.
expected to happen before the ETFs. I think
Yes, but
they will follow more and more litigation process because of the ETF because it will get denied, and then you will also see the ETF firms sue the SEC as well. So I think SEC will be under a lot of pressure, and I think this case will be really important because if Ethereum is a security, I don't think the ETF will be approved anytime soon.
nope. And this forces the SEC to say in court if it's a security or not. It will
Exactly.
take time, as
That's
court
it.
cases do. But this forces the hand of the SEC, and that it's not coming from one of the ETF players is for me interesting. Because, like I've said before in the streams, and I still think there is a very small chance that the ETF is approved in May 23rd. But there's more and more chatter on crypto Twitter. There's more filings. There's more meetings between the participants of the ETFs and the SEC themselves. All the feedback from that is that it's super negative and that's not going to happen. But the meetings are there. The groundwork, the legwork that I was expecting to see, like with the Bitcoin ETF, is there. So there's that. And that's the major stuff. I think there was some drama with Polymarket and their intern, but it's not like nothing on the price or really crypto asset related.
No, I think the most important things right now, I don't know if you have it open, is the bank the bank failure of this night.
Yeah, I can grab that. Hold on, I have it
What was the
somewhere.
name of the bank again? It was First Republic Bank or something. So
Mm-hmm.
they went bust this night, and I think because of that news was the drop we saw this night. So everyone is afraid that the domino effect will start and that we will see more and more bank failures.
Yep. Republic
Exactly.
First Bank. There's also a bank called First Republic Bank. This is not the same bank. It's Republic First Bank. Apparently,
Okay,
there's
yeah.
two out there. Oh, and I forgot one, which is for me a low-key top signal, or one of the many low-key top signals, is Eminem tweeting and promoting a full-fledged 1-minute Crypto.com ad. That's a pretty good ad, but this gives me Mark Wahlberg vibes of Fortune
Only
favors
the
the
brave.
brave. Yeah. No joke. The ending here is also Fortune favors the brave. So the same slogan, same slogan. So yeah, this is top signally ish, but more on that later when we hit the charts.
Yeah, so maybe one more thing about the bank failure. And so let me go back to my screen. So the thing is, I had these lines here, these long-term vertical lines here for months and months. So the first one was the ETF approval date, BTFP halving, and then I have a couple more a bit later, the empty GOX deadline and US elections. And why I'm telling this right now is, so basically this one on the 11th of March, it was basically, well, it should be on the 12th of March. It was the ending of the bank term funding program. And if you watch the stream already from our first episode, we said, watch out for this date, because this won't, if this ends, small local banks will get in trouble. And as you saw this night, the first local bank is in trouble because the bank term funding program is done. Um, we also said the price could go lower from this point onwards, and as you can see, it marked the exact top the moment the bank term
And that
fund
week,
program ended. So I wrote bank term funding program, but also RRP, which is the reverse repo balance, which is also putting liquidity in the system, and that's getting drained as well. So
how's that
the
looking? The reverse repo.
I don't have it
Haven't.
open, but it's getting drained slightly lower. I have one other liquidity metric I wanted to show here. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
this is from Capital Investments, and this is a very good metric. So this is the US liquidity, and it's the um, including the federal bank balance sheet and the reverse repo as well, and the TGA. So basically, this gives you a very nice image when liquidity is rising and when liquidity is going down.
Oh,
So
that
I
kind of
know
looks
this
like a crypto charts if you overlay it.
exactly. So maybe this was a little bit Chinese what I told here. It was not that easy. If you want to understand a bit more, I wrote about this a week ago. Why the US liquidity and well, more the global liquidity is really important, and it's actually more important than the halving. So I explain here that basically the liquidity cycles. So these are cycles of normally 5 years always align with the halving cycles. And that's why everyone in crypto is thinking that it's the halving cycles that are moving the prices, but it's actually the global liquidity cycles. And so the thing is, what's really important with the global liquidity cycles are as well the interest rates. So if the Fed cuts their interest rates, if the interest rates are lower, there will flow much more liquidity into the system. So as long as the Fed keeps their interest rates up, the liquidity won't go up. And you can see it here on this chart from Capital Investments. US liquidity is even going down. So this is a really, really bad indicator for Bitcoin in my eyes, because it will not move upwards if the US liquidity is going down. So, and then that begs the question, why doesn't the Fed cut their interest rates, since there is already one bank failing? And as well, I don't know if you followed it, the yen is also crashing against the dollar.
Mhm.
And there were meetings with the US and Japan asked the US if they could lower their interest rates, because if they lower their interest rates, it will be better for the yen, and the yen would stop crashing. But so it's a problem for the US. So what I wanted to say is, so why are they not cutting their interest rates? Well, simply because they can't, because inflation is ramping up, and the moment they start cutting their interest rates right now, inflation will just go out of hand again.
And it's an
So,
election year, eh?
and it's an election, but it's a bit of a catch-22. So they are stuck, because if they do one thing, it will be the other, but they can't do the one thing, or the other will. So for now, they are stuck, and I think they will have to let some local banks fail. And then I was
Ooh.
thinking today, okay, so they will probably let some banks fail before they cut interest rates, but because they cannot do it anymore. So how should you position yourself? How should you invest in this kind of scenario? So what I did was I looked what assets performed best during the 2008 banking crisis.
Mhm.
And it's basically very easy what you should do. So the two best main things you can do are just gold, holding gold, which is a hard asset, or hold cash in a high interest rate account. Because since they keep the interest rates high, you will probably be able to find a yield account for your dollars or euros from about 3
Mhm.
to 5%. So that's not bad
Yeah,
either.
that's what I
Uh,
have, by the way, with my bank. I have a high interest rate account. There's not much in there, but it exists and it's accumulating money. Uh, well, I'll
well,
see how much percent it is.
another thing and I told you before the stream, what's very good in this environment as well, and also with a war coming up, is energy. So basically, what I did was I bought an energy ETF, just XLE, and then I bought a uranium stock, but an ETF would do as well. I bought Cameco Corp. So this is basically how I'm positioning myself right now. So I know the beginning of the stream, what I'm saying right now is a bit more macro, um, but it's just what you have to do as an investor. I think as an investor, you don't have to focus on one thing all the time. You need to be able to flow like water, and to follow a bit where the US economy or where the global economy is going, and then choose your assets which you want to invest in. For example, me and Zero, we are crypto experts, but you have to know when it's a good time to go all in crypto, all in the shitcoins, and when it's not. Because if you choose a bad time, then you will just burn yourself like 95% of the people that touch crypto.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I can spoil it already. We both don't think right now is the time to allocate. It's time to not go into cash, but not further invest. It doesn't look really good.
yeah, maybe a thing I can say, then we will start with Bitcoin and everything. What I did myself, so like I said, I bought some energy, and I sold most of my altcoins.
Yeah.
Because, and really, guys, you should read my article. It's very, very good. And so, like I said, in a high interest rate regime, altcoins perform really, really bad. And as I said, because the ramping inflation, the Fed won't be able to cut the interest rates anytime soon, so it will stay like this. Um, so what I did was I sold all my altcoins except good, undervalued, fundamental ones, because that's what I wanted to say today. So crypto is basically, and it's one of the rules in Zero Cool's Discord. So the first rule, maybe it's not the first rule in crypto, is follow the trend. Crypto, you need to do a trend-based strategy. It moves like a trend because nobody really knows how to really value the cryptocurrencies anyway. So what it's doing, it's trading in a trend. Um, so um, so one, that's something you can do. You can trade it in trend. But when the prices are falling and going down, then I use my other strategy, and that's looking for really undervalued cryptos. So the only thing I'm doing right now is I bought Bitcoin. I think I've got like a 50-50 cash, 50% Bitcoin, and I bought some undervalued alts as well. Maybe I can talk about them later. Um,
Hmm.
but for now, for Bitcoin, when we're in that stage where the trend is trending down, you need to find the fundamental value for Bitcoin, and that's the energy value. So basically, Bitcoin as gold, you can value it, how much it costs to mine it. And as of right now, the energy costs of Bitcoin is higher than its current value, which is positive. So this is one of the few positive things for Bitcoin, which makes it undervalued. Another one is the transactions. So we covered it a couple of weeks ago. It's the NVT range of Bitcoin. So it's basically the on-chain transactions to the market cap, and this is at the low of the range as well. So these on-chain indicators are signaling that Bitcoin is currently undervalued. Another really important one here is this is the Bitcoin heater that's just showing the open interest, if the open interest is high or low, and we're at the low as well. So which means Bitcoin is cool, not much leverage in the system, which is very, very bullish as well. The last thing, maybe the last two things I want to cover for Bitcoin fundamentally are one article that Peter Brandt wrote yesterday. I I don't think it's true, but I wanted to show it to you guys anyway. So basically, what he said was from the low to the high of the cycle, we always saw that it only was 20% of the previous multiple. So this um, is 20% of this is 20% of this. And if we do the same for this cycle, means that the high would be 69,000. So which means that we all already saw the high of the cycle. But I don't think this is a really good way to evaluate Bitcoin. This is just something that maybe worked here, but it won't work afterwards, because if we continue to do this, then Bitcoin price in 12 years will be zero. So this is like really
It doesn't speak much to the future, especially with the ETFs approved now and
yeah,
like
that's
the world's onboarding crypto in a faster pace. This
exactly.
might be true for gold, but where it's a hard asset, there's no new development, there's no new adaptation. It is adopted, period. There's nothing more to do with it. That's not the case with crypto, right?
Yeah, and as you said, the ETFs. So as you can see, the last few weeks, we had more outflows
Yeah.
than inflows in the ETFs, which is very bearish, but it's
Price is
fine.
still up here.
It's fine. The only thing that it's not fine in my eyes is that we saw 3 consecutive days of no inflows in the BlackRock IBIT ETF. This is a bit concerning. I hope this doesn't continue like this, because BlackRock is the biggest ETF, and Larry Fink is a bit of the, okay, say the
Top dog.
messiah of crypto. So it's important that he's very bullish and that he can convince his clients to buy into the ETF.
Mhm.
But I think it's fine. GBTC is getting drained. Already more than half of the GBTC is sold. GBTC is the grayscale ETF. So
It's the
this is
red on
good.
your charts, by the way.
It's the red. So this will continue. And in my eyes, ETFs inflows will pick up again when everything is bullish again. As I say, crypto is a trend, and when the trend will start bullish again, we will see inflows in these ETFs again. So don't
Yes,
you worry, and
it will pick up.
it will pick
When?
up. We don't know.
No, I'm guessing at this rate, end of May, middle of May, like into June. There are gonna be obvious signs, right? Basically, when they turn the printing press on again to battle inflation.
Exactly.
That's probably
And
your
as you said in the
go
beginning,
signal.
the US election are coming in as well, and they have to print before an election. And it's not something that I'm inventing. I researched it for my latest YouTube video. It's called the election cycle theory, and that's something with data from 100 years ago. It happens every presidential cycle, every 4 years. Maybe I can pull it up real quick. Um, it's like this. I don't know if I can put it any bigger. Oh, bit higher.
A little bit.
Where I love. Oh, what the
There you go. Oh, you
heck?
had it.
What?
Yeah, there we go. That's the cycle. Here's the cycle.
So, and basically, what happens is a couple of months before the election, the US
November.
puts liquidity into the system, like we talked before, and they do it in every possible way. It's not always that easy that they just print money. Sometimes they do it via other vehicles, but they put liquidity into the system, which puts pressure on the dollar, and stocks will go up. And because the stocks go up, everyone thinks, wow, US economy is going very well. This is because of the Bidenomics. Let's vote
Good
for him again.
presidents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
vote for him. And then, as you can see, 2 years afterwards, they raise
It's
interest
down.
rates again because they have to save the economy because they fucked it to get the president elected. And
Mm-hmm.
it's always like this. So they will have to do it again. It's something that happens every 4 years, and it won't be different this year. Um, I think I covered everything on the fundamental side. Maybe I go over to you, Zirko, so you can start with the technicals on Bitcoin,
Yeah.
and then
There's only one more thing I would like to add on diversification of assets. I'm just buying Coinbase stock. Every time I see it at an area where I think it is bottoming temporarily, I just throw more money at it.
you convinced me as well.
I still think it is giga undervalued. You can pull up my screen as a
Yeah,
chart,
perfect.
by the way. I still think it is giga undervalued. I really believe this is going to fly to 400 and possibly 600.
The reason why it's undervalued in my eyes is because they wrote every crypto thing that they're doing off. For example, in their earnings, they didn't put the earnings of the base chain yet. So, and what was it? Base is already earned something like
money,
300 million.
180. Yeah, 180 this quarter, I think.
Yeah, so it's and will only grow and grow and grow. Another thing, Coinbase made a lot of private equity investments during the bear market um, into products, into coins, which will launch during this cycle. And they wrote everything off like they lost all the money. So their earnings will be crazy if they
Yeah, and
can
that's the
sell their
2nd of
coins.
May, by the way. It's Thursday, 2nd of May is their earnings report. And yeah, if you follow Coin on crypto Twitter or on Twitter in general, say on the TradFi Twitter, there are really in-depth threads out there doing projections of earnings, and Wall Street isn't valuing them high enough. They always projections always beat the earnings expected from Wall Street, and this time on the Thursday it won't be any different. And yeah, that's how I'm allocating outside of crypto to crypto. The other one would be Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy?
Yeah.
Yeah. MicroStrategy's stock, right? It's almost 1-to-1. Nah, not 1-to-1, but like a good direct.
Premium, and I don't really like the premium being there since we got ETFs right now.
Sure. But it's another vehicle if you want to invest in Bitcoin or in crypto, but you can't. Stuff like Coinbase is another asset that you can invest in. That's not a one-on-one correlation with like Bitcoin, but it invests in the eco space. And there was a quote. I'll look it up when your screen is sharing. I'll look it up. Basically, it's that you are heavily under allocated to an environment where you log in every day and you spend so many hours on every day.
Yeah.
You wake up, you put on the charts, you scroll through crypto Twitter, you fucking buy crypto. Sorry for the language. You buy crypto, you trade crypto, you play a bit on the chain. I don't know, you send some money to a friend over the
Because we have
blockchain.
conviction.
Yeah, you have conviction, and why are you not allocating your assets there? Why would you buy something like, I don't know, a bank stock and not a Coinbase stock? I know, that's my story on Coinbase. I've bought here. This is where the most of my buying I've added here, and I've added here on this line. And if we continue to dip, I have more money ready that I'll probably pull from the high yield accounts if need be. All right, let's go to crypto. It looks bad. End of stream. You can see here this the high volume node. It's a one of the basic tools of trading view. Here it is. I think this is the anchored volume profile. The red is the midpoint where the most volume has been done. We got rejected of it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We tested it 3 times and it rejected. And then you have these gaps here. So your volume slopes down. There's not a lot of volume here, and it rises up. This here is a gap. If price falls into the gap, it goes fast, and that's why you see these wicks here. Price doesn't trade long there. There's not much volume there, which also means if we test it, there's not much support. So the logical next step, if not when, if we break down and we get into like this void, is to test this node around 75k, and then again here gap, and then it's 52k. So this is a big gap, but this is also a big gap. So worst case scenario, we go 52k, and it wouldn't be a surprise. This is where I'm bidding, right? I was bidding here before, but no, I'm not convinced anymore.
Yeah, I told you, watch out. I put my bids lower, and then you said, oh.
Yeah, and I think also Joss posted some bids which were on the Kijun and Tenkin, and they were all 65, 56, 53, 51, which kind of correlates with these volume profiles here, right? So yeah, that's where I'm bidding right now. And the one thing I wanted to say, there's like 2 ways how a market gets rid of their participants, right? How they shake them out of their money. There's price-based capitulation, which is a big nuke, stuff like this. This is price-based capitulation, price-based capitulation, price-based capitulation. But then there's other capitulation. It's called time-based capitulation, where the price does absolutely nothing. This here, yeah, this is a period of months. This is 2 months where the price does, besides one big candle, it does 10% in 2 months. And that's how you shake out people. Same here. This here, before it really started to take off, was another 2 months. So you have time-based capitulation into price-based capitulation into time-based capitulation. And that's how you shake out people and how you get them to sell your coins, sell them to the people who do have conviction. And I think right now, after we had a gigantic run up, we are in a time-based capitulation pattern.
There's a very nice quote from Warren Buffett on this. Let me search it. I think it's like a stock market is a very good vehicle to transfer money from the patient, from the impatient to the patient. Let me search it.
Yeah, basically, I believe we'll either do a dip and range or continue to range in this for May, middle of May, beginning of June, maybe into June. I've tried to trade. I've been not successful at taking longs or shorts. Either round tripping them almost immediately or taking the loss. You need to sit on your hands right now. That's my trading advice. Sit on your hands, sit out unless you scalp for small percentages or sub 1% with super high leverage. It is not worth trading. You're gonna burn yourself. I'm burning myself, and I recognize it, and I stopped trading. I put my bids, and that's it. BTCD, the dominance. Where are you? Here you are. We always talked about this 57% line. We almost touched it, like a wick up to it, and then it was on a crash. By the way, I think the 13th, the 14th was a crash of crypto, and we're still in an uptrend. So we might tag it and then roll over. People said, "Ah, we've had our spike, like a little fake out, we're rolling over now." We'll see. This would mean an alt season. This move would mean an alt season, but I honestly don't see it straight away.
I think it will happen in August when they cut the interest rates, like I said in the beginning.
I think we range. Maybe we do like a 50 to 80 and then come back into the range. That would fuck so many people. Sorry for my language. Anyone who's been long here has stops here or break even. They get shaken out. Everybody who's shorts here has their stops here, and they would get shaken out, and I would just continue to range. That would ruin everybody's swing positions.
Yeah, I think this will be the most likely scenario, but the thing so looking at the price, this will be the most likely scenario, but the thing is, looking at the world right now, on one hand we got a war, on the other hand we got the yen crashing, then on the other hand we got a bank crashing, which will maybe be a domino for all other banks. So it's really, really crazy right now.
The dollar is also strong. It's got over this this giant support resistance area that's been going on for like 2 years.
The dollar is very strong because the interest rates are high, yen is crashing, and I think the central bank of Europe said that they will start cutting interest rates, so that they will do it before the US.
I've been charting on this for 2 years. If you can see, I have stuff on here since March.
Long your longs.
Yeah, basically. No, I'm not gonna move it. Yeah, this is where I like chart stuff that I want to see in the future. Like here, cut your longs and build swing shorts, and then we topped in November, I think, crypto, or bottomed in November, and that's basically where I had my line for like above here, build long positions. Unfortunately, it didn't like trigger. It didn't go in there. But yeah, this is your crypto bull run.
It's funny. I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, sorry.
Quick.
This is your crypto bottom, and then this is your crypto bull run.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
well, it's just the same basically. So I was trying to explain the exact same thing to a friend of mine, and I drew these lines like crypto boom, crypto crash, crypto boom, crypto crash, since Bitcoin is inversely correlated with the DXY. It's very easy. So when the DXY is going down, crypto is booming. When the DXY is going up, crypto is crashing, and it's always like this. And now this is not really convenient because normally now would be the crypto boom, but the DXY is going up again. So
yeah, it's not one-on-one. There's other factors, obviously, but it is an indicator that you can look at to see like how strong is the dollar doing. Because the value of Bitcoin can go up in dollars, not because it's going up in dollars in value, because the dollar is going down in value. That also means it's worth more.
Exactly.
Your dollar
and
is
that's
just
the
worth
thing.
less in the world.
I recently also said to a friend of mine, just to use a real world example, why do you think the prices in the shop like for example, milk and everything, just regular things you have to eat, why they raise? And everyone thinks, hey, just inflation, and it's just, or the store is raising the prices, but nobody really understands. They just say inflation, but they don't really understand the words. Basically, what it just means is, like you said, it's just your purchasing power. So the dollar or the euro is just losing its value. It's not that these goods are have a higher price. It's just you cannot buy the same thing as you used to with your amount of dollars. So just means your purchasing power of the dollar is going down. Maybe back to Bitcoin, and then you can do some altcoins. Zero cool. Let me take
Mhm.
another chart with less lines.
Mhm.
All right, clean charts. These are just the Fibonacci levels. Let's go to the daily. So what I wanted to show you guys as a setup for maybe the weeks ahead, how you can position yourself is, like I said, and like Vera Cool said, don't burn yourself, don't trade too much. So what I'm doing is very easy, 50% Bitcoin, 50% cash. And where do I want to buy? That's the most important question I think you guys have. It's very easy. So as you can see here, I'm a really big fan of the Ishimoku cloud. Why is that? Because as I said before, crypto is you need to have a trend-based strategy because you need the trend is your friend. And the Ishimoku trading system is like a trend-based trading system. As you can see here, we're on the daily cloud. If the price should enter this daily cloud, mostly it goes back towards the other end of the cloud. With the red
Mhm.
cloud, it's going up. With green cloud, it's going down. So my first buy, well, it should be here, but what I did was because as Zero Cool said, it's also possible that we just continue to range. So let me just take my pen. So what I did was on this low, as you see here, it's from the 5th of March. I put a buy here. Second buy here on the bottom of the cloud. And then I'm already moving to the weekly because the weekly, there are a lot of levels that are aligning and it's a really nice block to buy. So you have my buy levels here. So as you can see, and it's aligning perfectly with the bottom of the cloud. So as you can see here, 55.8K, it is
The bottom.
almost the bottom here of the daily cloud. And as you can see here, the weekly, it's on the weekly Tenkan as well.
Yep. So
Perfect
nice
buy.
confidence.
Also, and this is a buy, and it only happens, well, historically, only once during previous cycles. This is the bull market support band. This is the 21-week EMA and the 20-week SMA. Normally, it touches this one time, not more, sometimes more, but mostly one time during a bull market. And this is,
Where we go
in my
continue.
eyes, when I give quote unquote financial advice to friends, I say buy, put your buy levels on the bull market support band. It touches it one time, and then you're good for the whole year. So if you can, um, maybe this low. If it drops here, this is an insanely good buy. So the bull market support band. So what I did was, uh, I stacked a bit of buys here. So I put one on the bottom of daily cloud, one on the Tenkan, one here on the, what is it? Is this the 20-week EMA? One on the 20-week SMA. I have a lot of buys here. I don't think I have much lower. Maybe I had one on 52K. I need to check it, but most of my buys are here. Another thing I want to say is why that we're looking very bearish and that I sold some is, well, not very bearish, but decently bearish. If you look at the trends trading strategy, so looking at the Ishimoku cloud, this is a sell signal. So when we have a bearish TK cross, so bearish TK cross means when the red line, the Kijun, goes upwards and passes the Tenkan. So when they make a cross here, this is seen as very bearish, and this is seen as a signal of, oh, watch out, go out of the market. This is your time to sell. Um, this will happen in the coming days. How do I know this? Is because the Kijun is the average of the lowest and the highest points of the past 60 days. So let me take my date range. So from today. 60 days. 60 days, and you see we are here. So basically, up tomorrow it will be up. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow or on Monday we will see the TK cross. This is 60 days, and then it will be the average of probably they will take this and the high. For the Tenken, it's 20 days. We can do the same on the weekly, because on the weekly I will put a buy as well on the Kijun, but this is too low in my eyes, but it will drop as well. So this is the same, it's 60, but now it's 60 weeks. And as you can see here, it's at the moment right here. So they're still taking into account this low, but in 2 weeks up, we will have this movement as well, and then they will take the low from here. So then the Kijun will go up a little bit. If you want, you can calculate it, what level it will be. It will be something around the 50s, but that will be a
Hmm.
good buy opportunity as well. I I don't think it will go much lower because we still have the ETF. The US will probably cut the rates. We saw the Bitcoin halving. And also one thing, so now most people that are new to crypto think, well, why did everyone talk about the halving? Nothing happened. What was it all about? But the thing is, it won't happen immediately. Um, and you can see it on the charts. It's always 60 days after the halving that we see a price moving. Why 60 days? Well, it's most likely the time that we see the supply shock, as in some miners capitulate. They cannot handle the hash rate that went up, and the block rewards that was halved,
Going down. Hmm.
and so they just quit. And also a lot of miners, they don't sell anymore, because now it costs more to mine a Bitcoin, so they don't sell it, else it's an unprofitable business. As I showed in the beginning, right now it costs more to mine a Bitcoin than to buy it. So we most likely won't see much selling pressure from the miners. Selling pressure from GBT will go down. So it's looking kind of bullish for Bitcoin. The only thing is just technicals. Like I said, bearish TK cross, not good. Let the price cool down and buy here in the mid 50s. All right, that's
The
it from me,
cross, by
Zero.
the way, the cross also not printed yet. It can perfectly uh, print a touch and then revert in case we go up, right? So um,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is there is a chance. It's not a small chance. I'm not going to throw percentage at it because they don't mean much. But this perfectly could be the bottom of the range where we're at, and we can just start going from here, and above 69, 70,000, you can be excited again, and then we can talk about 80,000. Like
and
we were in our previous stream, I think. I don't know if you have the predictions open, but we
yeah,
were both saying 70s.
here.
You're both saying 70s, and we went there. We just didn't stay there.
Yeah, I almost had it. It was on my level on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Almost Friday. I would have won, but
yeah, that's true. It's true.
what I
I
wanted
was
to say
expecting.
was, oh yeah, so that's the thing. You never it never has to be all in Bitcoin 100% or all in zero cash 100%. That's not how it works. So as Zero Cool said, it's
Always some
possible that
allocation.
we reverse here. That's why I'm 50-50 at the moment, because nobody is like a market wizard. Nobody really knows if it goes up, down, sideways, up or down. It's like the Wall Street movie, and that's true. You can make educated guesses. You can look at a lot of metrics like we're doing every week, and then you can choose how you position yourself in your portfolio.
Hmm.
Um, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys, the quote from Zero Cool from Warren Buffett. I'm a big Warren Buffett fan, value investing fan. Like the book, The Intelligent Investor. That's how I started investing when I was 18 years old. That's why in crypto I search undervalued coins. That's how I made most money previous cycles. I didn't find one yet this cycle. I hope I do it before the odd season starts. But the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient, and it's true 100%.
Yeah, the study where the people with the best earnings or the best returns are the people who died because they can't sell.
Exactly.
It's a little bit of a meme, but it is true. All right, let's go back to the charts.
All right, I'll share your screen.
Yes, where are we? One thing I want to say is the price of the futures is trending downwards. So you see, this is the future price. So on April the 1st, the premium on Bitcoin for the 28th of March 2025 was 11,000, and at the moment it is 5,000. It's almost half, or more than half. It's trending down. You want to see this reverse and trend up before when we see an actual continuation. And then on capitulation events like the 13th, 14th here, you see the premium on 28th of June this year was minus 700, which means the future price was below the spot price, and that is for me an indicator to locally enter. So if we do have a price-based capitulation and we wig down to, like, let's say 51, the future price will tank hard, and that should be an indicator that there is a good buy, because this reverses instantly, right? So on 8 o'clock, it's a snapshot. Here it is. The 28th of June was minus 709, and then over here, a day later, within like, what is it, 9 hours, the premium was $2,000. So that's a 2,700 difference in a 7-hour cycle. That is a lot. It's like 3 or 4% up. So yeah, one of the indicators that I will be looking at if we do have like price capitulation, how deep do the futures go? How negative do they go? Because if September futures go red, because on this April 13th Saturday crash, they didn't. They just went down, but didn't go like negative. If they go negative, that's another conviction for me to buy. Bitcoin. Is there more to say about Bitcoin? I'm not gonna give you guys setups because I don't think you should trade right now. You have these lows here, so you have these highs here. If we fake out below these 4 wicks here, you could buy back, put the stop a bit lower, and then target the mid-range. I think this, like, you don't even need to use tools, right? You can just see it with... I can see it with my eyes because I've been staring at these charts for way too many years, but this is your middle. And I rejected from the middle, so next logical one would be the low, I guess. If it's very dirty, it wicks out the top first here, but I don't think so. I think we just trend down, and then there will be news of Bank X who collapses just like last crash. I don't know when it was. I think the Pico bottom here was a bank crash.
Yeah.
Was a bank crash. Was a well, not a bank crash, like a bank that defaulted, right?
Credit Suisse.
Yes. Yeah. And this exact Pico bottom, the second we started to go up here, or like the start with this is the impulse of the trend, right? This is where crypto became bullish, this exact moment. And it was on a bank crash. So we just had our first regional bank going down. There will probably be more. That's probably a signal to look at. And yeah, I think we're just going to drift slowly down. And if you were bidding here, let's say you have your bids here, the worst thing that can happen is that your price slowly approaches it. And like drifts in and then goes up and then drifts in again and goes up. It's the worst thing that can happen, because you want to have you want to buy when there's a misallocation in the market. A misallocation is when it nukes, somebody's stop here gets triggered and it sells his coins into your buys, but the market doesn't agree this price because this is a sole guy, a big whale who's overinvested, so the price shoots back up. And you want this wick into your buy and not the slow grind. I've posted this last week or somewhere this week as well, that I had bids somewhere and I canceled them. I believe it was here. Yeah, I had bids here. Let's clean up the chart. Delete everything. triangle. I had bits under 58 points. Here, under this low, I had bits here. This is what I was bidding. And the price was going, was grinding down. Price was grinding down. I don't like to see that. That's not where I would have been filled for like, I don't know, two of my 20 bits or something. And then it eat it up. This would have been a nice couple of percent, but it's not what you want to see. You want to see quite literally this. This is what you want to buy, capitulation, not the price grind into it. So yeah, sit-ups for Bitcoin, sit on your hands. If you're not allocated, you can buy a little here. I believe I sold some of my spots here. Maybe it's a good time to buy back. Ethereum, let's do Ethereum.
I don't have much to say, so I think you can just take the lead on this one.
Yep. I was hoping to get a big bounce here into like a overshoot and short. Never happened, so I'll delete that idea.
We already saw the bearish sticky cross there, so it's nothing.
Yeah. This for me is the line in the sands. You can see here. It's in the weekly. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Clear rejection above here. So trying to see if you can, like, with the naked eye have obvious levels, but not really. Maybe we can do the start of the impulse. Is it here? Start of the impulse.
The only thing that's funny is, but probably you will talk about it later, is that Ethereum is not doing worse than Bitcoin.
At the moment, no. It's a good point. I'll do the Fibonacci first. So a normal bull run retracement is into 50%. Yeah. I think it's the other way around, sorry. It is from 0 to, from 1 to 0. Like this. So if you're projecting up, you need to flip it around. If you're projecting down, it needs to 0 needs to be on top. So you had your touch of your 50%. The next obvious touch is your 168, your golden, there's a little golden pocket in between there. So yeah, I do have bits for a swing position. Below, not below this wick, but below this wick, I think. 185, I think I have bits, yeah, over here. All the way down to 1.5. So I'm bidding here again for a capitulation wick. And this will take time. I don't think we'll get like a wick and then straight up to 10K. But this is where I'm bidding for a run to 10K. And I will buy Ethereum spots here as well. I don't think it's a bad spot to buy some Ethereum. It is again the 50% or the 618 retracement fib. It's just a good allocation thing. What Jack was talking about is we have green candles on the Ethereum BTC. We haven't seen that in a long time. So again, we have our range that we've been playing with for ages with our mid-range. Then we faked out the top, faked out the low. We had this possible diamond format over here that's starting to play out. The target of that was 42 to 38, I think. But it swept that low here. So it put this low, it swept the other low again. And now it's trending up again. Everybody on crypto Twitter is very cautious. Like, oh no, green eats BTC. That's not a really good sign. But yeah, it's trending up, and it's back in that wick of that lower over here from June 2022.
I still want to see it touch the Fibonacci levels of 0.04. That's my buy.
Mm-hmm. The switch from when he says buy, it's the switch from Bitcoin to Ethereum. So when if you have Bitcoin, you swap some to Ethereum purely with the prospect of it going up, and you cash out here. These are like obvious TP points, and you sell back to, or you swap back to Bitcoin. So when he says buy Ethereum with your Bitcoin. You don't
Yeah.
sell Bitcoin to USDT and then buy Ethereum with USDT. You swap directly, and you can do this on all major exchanges.
Exactly. I even have these buys already ready on the exchange with my Bitcoin. Um, for example, if there might be a wick that I that I do it anyway. So because it's less liquid market, the EBTC market, than for example the ETUSD or BTC USD market.
Yeah, I'm still a firm believer that we see this mid range at one point. And then if we see high, if we start here, then it's the flippening target. And if we start targeting about flippening, we can start scaling out of Ethereum again, because that's when everything is way too bullish.
My target on the chart is 0.075. That's fine for me.
So above. Yeah, so here.
Yep.
Here, this is above that mid range I was talking about. I will be scaling out above here as well. Into Bitcoin again. What else can we talk about? Solana. Somebody's been slaughtering Solana. I think the word on the street is it's FTX selling Solana to cover legal fees. But this looks it's sloping down, and this already was a very big capitulation wick. If you manage to buy one sub 120, it's a really, really good buy, I think. But yeah, honestly, Solana, it looks really bad. It is down a lot from the top. I still believe it's it's down 35% now. It went minus 46%. If you watched our previous streams, we said if Bitcoin goes down 30%, alts will go down deeper. This is alts going down deeper, and that's right there around the 120 level was not a bad buy. Here, again, honestly, not the worst buy to buy spot.
I bought some, I think, at 135 last week because it was the top of the cloud. And we're here at the moment. So I think this is a decent buy if Bitcoin doesn't fuck up and stays in the range.
Yeah, if Bitcoin goes to 50K, 51K, that's another 15%, I think. Yeah, you can expect Solana to do more than 50%.
That's towards the June, that's at 112.
It's at 112. Yeah, I think if Bitcoin takes a little dumpy dump towards 50K, that we test the yearly open around the hundreds. Which honestly reminds me, I'm just gonna put some like USDT buys on the yearly open for probably a bit higher, actually, like 105 or something. Yeah, between 100 and 105, I'll just put some buys. I don't know, not too much, just a little, and in case we get that crash. But the meme line is still in trend. It's a support still, but it's barely holding on. It's like that kitty that says "hang in there." That's the Solana price right now on this meme line. But yeah, Solana still. They had big news. I'll see if I can pull that up quickly. Circle. They had big news with Circle. Yeah, here. So Stripe. Sorry, Stripe is one of the biggest leading payments methodologies in the world. It is very integrated in big markets for like small vendors selling stuff at fairs and stuff. They almost all use Stripe around the world, and they brought back crypto, and it's all through Solana. They use the Phantom markets. He even goes very, very bravely goes onto SolScan, which is the Solana Explorer, which is an absolutely horrible user interface. It's the worst I've ever seen in crypto, and I've been in crypto for too long. I know he goes as far as demoing their website. So he is 200% sold on the Solana blockchain. This is what mass adoption looks like. You might not have heard of Stripe, but I can guarantee you have used Stripe, even without you knowing it. You have used it, even if it's on a website and a checkout page or a little fair at your local convention or whatever. Very good chance that you used Stripe, and imagine going there and say, hey, I can pay with crypto from your Phantom wallet or whatever wallet you use for Solana. That's pretty bullish, and that's adoption. So I don't think Solana is a bad buy. Long term, we will probably go way higher up to the 5, 6, 7,000 if we go crazy.
I remember your arrow from a couple of streams ago that you just pointed towards 1,000.
It's, well, we'll sell if it gets up there, you know. But yeah, Solana, you must hold it in your portfolio. If you don't, so it's a good buy to allocate a little bit now, and if it goes deeper, allocate more. I will be buying at the yearly level. It's very unlikely it gets touched, but if it does, it's like.
What is the yearly open level? I'm gonna put a box as well. So
101.9, give or take, depending on your exchange, I guess. So yeah, I need to write that down when I place some bids there as well, honestly. And that's the big three. Like I said in previous streams, I do think Solana sees mass adoption this cycle. And the Stripe announcement from a couple of days is a perfect example of that. Again, you may have not heard of Stripe, but I can almost guarantee you if you shopped online, you have used Stripe in one way or another. It is massive. What else? AI, stuff like this. Completely wrecked on the straight. Let's delete it. So let's forget about it. My two tokens or my two fields that I want to invest in for the cycle is AI mainly. Near is a leading AI token. And the other sector is RWA, real world assets.
I have to laugh with Near because their marketing stunt was that their CEO or founder touched the arm of the NVIDIA founder.
The NVIDIA founder, I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, again, stuff like this, if this comes, this had a good run, by the way. It's 70% from the low on that's Saturday the 13th.
It's because of the arm touch. Don't face.
No, the arm touch was over here somewhere. It cost a nuke, but this is a token that I want to. I think I sold somewhere. I don't know. I had some. I sold. This is where this is a perfect deviation, right? If it comes back in this area, like 6.2, which is another 10%. It kind of aligns with with Bitcoin nuking towards 52. So yeah, AI and RWA, the main one being Ondo. That's the BlackRock one. Why is it the BlackRock one? Can I go to the info page from this? So they have an info page, I think, somewhere. Atlas, my ideas. It doesn't matter. Ondo is something that BlackRock is playing with, and it's BlackRock, so price will go up. You also see this from inception. This is what you want to see in new projects that arise. Steady up. It doesn't need to be like an arrow up like this and only up, but this is the time. This is what you want to see on a chart, up only on new projects. You have many coins. Let's take ADA for example. It's a perfect Bitcoin. This is not what you want to invest in, right? The chances of this seeing all-time high are 0.
The chance of a project developing on ADA are also 0.
So if your chain has 0 future, your price of going all-time high is also 0 future. I made good money with ADA because I think I was buying it at 10 cents. I was buying it here and I sold super early I think I sold here, which in hindsight super regret, but that doesn't matter. You learned. That's the one thing I'm holding on this cycle is don't sell too early. When you think you're selling late, you're already selling too early still. Hold on, make those millions that you want to make. It will go much higher and much longer, higher for longer than what you expect. Now, point being, this is how the average crypto chart looks. It's a big accumulation range, giga expansion into slow debt, and it will stay debt most likely. That's 95% of the crypto charts. Then you take this chart, and this is what it looks like. This is not accumulation or expansion. That is just slow buying. So you can see this as your accumulation range, and then your
that's
expansion.
The thing what I said in my pinned tweet. So it's always best to invest in new tokens because they don't have a lot of backholders. If you invest in a coin from 2017, they have a lot of people that want to sell. So there's enormous selling pressure, and here it's just there's no selling pressure. Everyone is in profit. Everyone is riding the wave. It's a way better investment.
Yeah, I'm looking into AI and RWA as my two main ones. I'll pop up deck screener quickly. Will it load my watch list? Yes, DEI is one I'm in as well. That I bought from day one. Again.
Oh, what is it on the left? Brett is up 300%.
Oh yeah, but it crashed also super hard. I'll look to it in a second. But yeah, again, new token, new field. Price is going like this. It's not a chart. It's very possible that we are currently in this leg. Will range for X amount of months or years, but the expansion is not here yet. The thousands of percents is not here. I truly believe this is a 50 million market cap. This can reach billions if they can deliver. It's basically a centralized forum for AI where people can mass deploy and fast deploy their own apps and stuff. So yeah, big believer in this project. They still need to deliver. They have
like a layer one, or what do you mean? Like the Ethereum for AI, or?
No, it's like what's it called? TAO.
Tia.
Yeah, Tia. It's like Tia, but Tao. It's Tao, but affordable because
that's
deploying on Tao
Ethereum.
now.
I think Tao is decentralized Ethereum.
Deploying on Tao costs thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. This is not possible. One of the selling points is that it's affordable Tao, basically.
Do they already have tokens working with them?
Yeah, they announced two projects that they're launching on this, and they're an incubator for other projects to launch. They have two projects launching. You can stake the coin, and the stakeholders or people staking gets airdrops from the project launching on there. So you're passively earning yields on the token you're holding, plus you're farming airdrops from tokens launching on the project. So it's a bit of a win-win. Let's quickly look at Brett. Yeah, Brett had a little oh my.
Is it the real one?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's not. It's got 14.4 million.
It's on Ethereum. That's why I need to look at base. Yeah, the drama with Brett is that it was a pre-mined thing. Oh my. Sure. But this is a bad chart. This is a bad chart. I need to look at one with more liquidity. Volume. Here, liquidity. This is the one, I think. Yes. So yeah, it's got on-chain slooted that because Bread was the leading coin on base. It got leaked or not leaked. Somebody investigated like who are the bag holders, and apparently it was like 80% of the supply was sold to a chosen few. They could only mint the token over here to a select amount of friends and influencers, and that price got to leak, and the markets did not agree with those scammy practices.
But that's the thing with the meme coin. Basically, how do you want your meme coin to get attention? It's just let some influencers like calls, they call it, in early, and they will chill your project, and everyone makes money. That's the same how basically all the projects do it. If you look at all the up and coming projects, all the projects gave a couple of coins or let a couple of calls. Key opinion leaders invest just right before the public. It's always like that. So
Here's another nice example of your up-only chart going wrong. So this was the projection, and then they got hacked and it went to 0. This is another RWA play I was doing on base. I lost some money on this. I was testing their testnet. I was playing around with their MVP products. They were good. So they are rebranding and relaunching, and they're airdropping tokens with a snapshot. I think I will invest. I think they lost the confidence of investors, but I do think they have a product that will work, that can work. And I think that's worth the gamble, or not the gamble, like the punt to throw some money at it.
and how was it again?
Of course.
Were they hacked or was it?
One of the lead devs got keylogged, and they were able to print or mint new tokens, and they market dumped all the new tokens, which nuked the price to 0.
Okay.
I knew it about here, and I should have sold, but I was like, oh, I won't sell. And then I just back held to 0. So I have a nice coin that's worth nothing. But it's up 80% in the last. It's if you zoom in far enough, kind of looks like Luna, I guess.
But
yeah, you shouldn't be buying.
Won't be using it anyway.
No. They'll make a new contract. They already recovered like 500,000 in funds through other means and through Aerodome and stuff. But yeah, that's base chain. It's one of the big reasons. We've been talking about this. Same with Toshi. I should probably buy some more Toshi, I think. Liquidity is not. Yeah, but that's a liquidity issue, right? If you go to a decentralized exchange, you have market makers. You'll never see this on a decentralized exchange. Where is this coming from? Probably 11:30, which is.
But I think these base coins are going down right now is because their first coin, Bread, is going down hugely. And I think just every other base meme is following.
This is wrong. Yeah, this is a wrong liquidity.
Well, is it only, 150 million market, it's fine.
Yeah, you have cells here that are 1,000 or 5,000. That doesn't impact the price so much. This is a relaunch thing, but again, what do you guys see? I'll show it to you if you're not seeing it. This is what you want to see. This is what we're seeing. This is not their first contract. This is the second contract they launched in August. Me and Checker bought day one. We sold near the top, and then I bought back on the Polynex exchange thing, and I've reaccumulated more. This is
it's
my
crazy. I bought, I think, 1 or 2 hours after the contract was launched. I think it was at about, what was it, 500k market cap or something. And I sold a couple of weeks after. I think if I held everything I had, and there was even another friend of us who bought immediately with 5k.
Yeah, but we're more what we throw at it.
If he held it, I think he would have had a couple of million by now.
Yeah, I could have retired by now. Anyhow, point being, this is the type of chart you want to see, guys. An arrow pointing up, not your dead coin from 2017. But yeah, I'll probably be buying more Toshi and DEA. That's probably the two that I'm investing in. Mainly. But I'm gonna buy if there's a big Bitcoin dip. This is why I want to put some USDT in. Right. And yeah, that's it for me. I think we could look at funding real quickly. Funding rates, current and predicted. It's pretty neutral.
Yeah, funding is fine, I think. As you said, there is nothing really happening. It's just
Yeah, it's consolidation. It's time-based capitulation. The best thing to do is set alerts and walk away. Take some vacation, go touch some grass, go play some video games, meet up with family, meet up with friends. Um, enjoy the summer that's coming. And then
But
when
be
your alerts
allocated
go off,
before summer because I think in the summer, August, altcoin season will start. So take some vacation, but make sure you fill your bags with altcoins before
yeah,
August.
have alerts and buys ready lower. And also alerts higher, right? If we, like I said, if we go above like, what is 69, 70K, have alerts there because if it starts trending up, you want to be on the right. You want to be left allocated in cash when we get there. I don't think we'll get there anytime soon, but we will get there. I am fairly certain we see a new all-time high this year on ETH and on BTC.
Maybe before we close down, so you chilled your sectors and bags. I'm a chill
Mhm.
mine.
I wasn't any chill. I'm just showing examples of what type of charts you want to see, and I happen to hold the coins of it.
So what did you say you were RWA and AI?
Yeah,
Well, it's
that's
funny.
my two picks.
My two main things are gaming, always been since 2017, and the other one is right now is Bitcoin layer twos. So my portfolio is the following. So if you guys, it's not financial advice, but just I am doing. So I sold a lot of altcoins. So I basically had Algo, Atom, Matic, what did I else did I have? GMX I had. I sold it all. I only got a couple right now, so mostly Bitcoin, of course some Ethereum, and of course some Solana. These three I will always have in my portfolio. The others, so what I said was before, I really like value investing and searching for undervalued projects in the sectors that I want to invest in. So that's what I did. So basically, guys, not financial advice. It's really low cap projects. So the first one for gaming, it's a project I'm following already some years. Follow it since 2018. Is Xaya. The coin you can buy is She, or you can buy it on Uniswap, is WG, is the wrapped version. Here, it's still an edge-to-edge cloud play that's evolving. Market cap really, really low, only 4 million market cap. So this is a coin, nobody knows about it, no one is talking about it. It's so under the radar, only 4 million market cap. It's possible that this goes to zero since nobody knows about it. So not investment advice. I bought a small bag. You do whatever you do.
I also have a bag, by the way. I also threw like
I
a
tricked you.
brand at it at one point. Yeah. Yeah, and
No,
guess where he tricked me? Right on the top. No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
So this is a bag you can hold for the cycle. This can do a 10x. This can go to zero. So it's up to you. Another one. Then so I said Bitcoin layer twos. I think there will be a lot of developments on Bitcoin this cycle. The leading project is STX. This is the leading Bitcoin layer 2 network. It's fairly holding up. It's not that bad. I bought a bag here, and I bought a second one. I think it was on Daily Kijun. Yeah, not sure. I think my buy was better. It was around. I don't remember, but I'm holding this as well. Another one. So again, I look for undervalued project in sectors I want to invest in. Is Elastos. So Elastos is a Bitcoin layer 2 as well. Um, so this chart is only from this year. I took it because it's the Coinbase one and there's the most volume. But uh, I bought in the ICO in 2017 or 2018. But I sold it immediately afterwards in 2018. I forgot about it um, until they pivoted to being a Bitcoin layer 2 or sidechain. I don't remember.
Guess which candle was that?
Guess which candle. Also, I think I spoke about it as well on stream a couple of weeks ago. They hired, or maybe not on stream, but I certainly tweeted about it. They hired the AI lead from Tencent, which will now be the AI lead from Elastos. So basically, Bitcoin layer 2 plus AI.
Ooh,
This
that is
is
actually a combo that I like.
also a 10x play for me this cycle, but it can also go down to zero. So this
What's
is
the
what you,
market cap on that bad boy?
I think it's 70 million or something. Um,
71.
yeah, 71.
It's not bad.
So it's not bad because, as you can see, it was way higher. It can do a 10x and then even do another 10x. So be cautious. I drew a range here, so I didn't put that much in it, but I'm just DCing with small amounts of money. So I heard about it later than everyone else here that it's pivoting to an L2. I bought, I think, I think it was here. Was it a month ago or maybe here? I don't remember. Yeah, it was here. Oh yeah, this is the candle. So the 2x candle when they announced the AI lead from Tencent will work for Elastos. So 2x immediately. Should have sold here, but it just retraced.
Yeah.
I think I bought some here as well. So it's a small percentage of my portfolio. I think it's around 2% of my portfolio. But you have to do it with plays like this. It can do a 10x and it's worth it. I think, yeah, these are the only coins that I have in my portfolio. I tweeted about Roost. It's a base meme. I sold it because I don't have a lot of conviction in it. Also because they did an ICO. Something I should have think about it earlier. I don't like when meme coins do an ICO. An ICO is basically saying I am a security, I have a team behind it, I raised money, and that's not how a meme should be. A meme coin should be a fair launch, like Toshi did. Just distribute the coins and just have a fair launch. So I sold this one. I don't have a meme yet. Maybe I will buy some Toshi, but I'm gonna be cautious. For me, meme coins, I stress too much. If I buy one, I can't sleep, even if it's a smaller.
It's buy and forget type of coins, right?
But I don't know why I can do it because it's a small amount of money, but it's just moving so quickly, and I know it has no fundamental value that I look always at the price, and I shouldn't do it, but I do it anyway. So I have just real quick Elastos, oh yeah, I have Arbitrum as well. So the Ethereum layer 2 I talked about in my first YouTube video. Down as well. So, but this is a project as well that can do 10x from here. It's the same, or maybe not a 10x, but a 5x for sure.
I think
Uh,
sub $1 is where you start to buy heavily. Honestly,
yeah,
I still believe this can go $10 or $20, right? So
here on the bottom of the range, if you can buy it here, it's very good buy for the cycle. Arbitrum is like the best layer 2 on Ethereum, best fundamental coin as a layer 2. Just
undervalued, basically.
Robinhood. So as you said with Solana, with Stripe, Robinhood will start working with Arbitrum. So this will it's very good real world use case as well. And that's it for me. I don't have anything else. So Bitcoin, and then I'm building my war chest as in preparing for war, as in asset wise. So uranium, energy, Bitcoin, best
Mm.
assets during this time of the year.
Should open ETH BTC. Still going up. Bitcoin is tanking and ETH is going up. What is this?
Watch out, it will go down next week. No, but that's it for me today. I don't know if you want to say anything, or we can do our predictions for the week ahead.
Let's do our predictions. Next week, Saturday. Ooh. I think we will have touched 56K, but we will close 60. So, yeah,
Right.
close around 60.
Saturday.
60 fine is fine. Yeah,
60?
yeah, 60.
Okay, this is yours. Whew, that's a good one.
100,000, all time high.
It really depends. I don't want to be too bearish either because
Yeah, well, I think we will wick to where your line is, but I don't think we will close around Saturday. I think a bank will fail on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, cause a cascade, and then wick back up because people are like, huh, actually, that really does not matter at
it's
all.
like, or it's here, or it can also be here as well. It's
Mhm.
Mm, I'm gonna be a bit more bearish than you.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna do it like this.
That's fair.
All right, guys. This was a stream for today. So we'll be back for sure next week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please press the like button on X, so Twitter, and on YouTube. Leave a comment. If you guys want to know anything, you can DM me on Twitter. I'm sure you can DM Zero Cool as well if you guys have any questions. We will gladly help you. Thank you again, Zero Cool, and then we all see you next week.